Stephanie with ACI Specialty Benefits, and today we're here with JR, who's a local San Diego radio personality who's here to tell us about how he got started in the entertainment industry. JR, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us. Go ahead and just tell me a little bit about how you got started with doing what you're doing.
Well, I first started in radio kind of on accident. I had a college professor. I went to Point Loma Nazarene here in San Diego, and I went there to play baseball, and then I got hurt, so I just started exploring kind of what I wanted to do for a career. I took an elective course in radio. That wasn't really my focus. Communications in general wasn't really my focus, and but this teacher said, "Hey, do you need a job while you're in school? I know someone who works at a local station, and they might need some help." And it wasn't on air or anything. It was just kind of helping out off air, prepping and producing and whatnot. And so I got into it, and I kind of just learned from a lady that was doing a night show, a love song show, which was interesting. But got into it that way, and then it kind of just kept evolving. You know, it's like I kind of got more hungry, more curious about the business, and so I started asked if I could do on-air stuff, and so I'd make demo tapes, fake ones, and then get it with the program directors in charge of what goes on the air, and kind of just worked my way up from that. And then I switched companies to another company, Clear Channel, and I worked for a top 40 station, a country station, a alternative station. I kind of just, it was all in the same building, and they were owned by the same company, so I could literally on the weekends walk down the hall and do all of them. So that's what I was doing for a while. So I kind of got into that with a college professor kind of recommending, hey, you should check this out. You know, I think you'd like it since you enjoy my class here on campus. And that was when I was 19, and now I'm 27, and I'm still doing it. So apparently I do like it.
What did you start majoring in at Point Loma Nazarene?
I finished with a degree in broadcast journalism.
Broadcast journalism,
yeah.
Okay, very nice. Have you ever considered going into television from radio?
Well, actually I've done television. I was lucky enough to take a break from radio and go explore some things up in LA. And so I was hosting a show called the Jaus, which is kind of like E-entertainment, but it was focused in Orange County, which was cool because I'm from Orange County. And so that was a really, really neat thing to do. And then I started doing a couple shows, one on ABC Family called Greek, a show on Nickelodeon called Victorious, CSI Miami, I did an episode for them, and it was just a blast. I had a good time doing it, and then I got a call from an old boss down here in San Diego and said, hey, we're starting a new station, would you be interested in coming back? And so when you're in TV, it's kind of check to check until you become a full-time actor, and so it was kind of hard to turn down a consistent check here in radio. So came back to San Diego, and that's what I'm doing now.
What would you say is the biggest struggle with your job that you're doing now?
Well, just uncertainty, I guess. I mean, I've been with this station, and we actually flipped to a new station about a year ago. So I didn't know if it was going to be around, because sometimes they just wipe the whole slate clean, they start over with new people. Right. I was actually so blessed to be the only person, management included, to survive the switchover. So I felt happy about that, and you know, I like to think some of it had to do with my talent, so that was cool that they invested in me in that. But yeah, I think one of the biggest struggles is like you just don't know what entertainment is so flimsy, you know. So it's like, okay, what's hot today won't be hot tomorrow. Right. So you guys try to stay as current as possible, but you also got to focus on stuff you can control, and that's you. And so you can only control on how well you do, and if you know, the big corporation that you work for decides to do something crazy, it probably doesn't reflect what you've done. It's what they want to do. It's whatever they're making money off type of thing.
What other advice do you have for anyone who's looking to do what you do and get into the radio industry? I
would say, especially in entertainment, if you're in communications, whatnot, get an internship somewhere. If it's a radio station, if it's a TV station, if it's a marketing station that does social media or whatever, get into that as soon as possible. That's like the most important thing you can do, because until you see how people are actually in that environment, how they act in that environment, it's so much more than you can read in a book. I mean, radio is like you can read about it all day and the history of it, but until you see it, until you do it, until you learn the technical part of it and the performance part of it and see people do it, that's the biggest thing. So I'd say an internship that will change either in a positive or a negative way of how you feel about entertainment. So definitely an internship. Definitely do that. It's the most important class in college, in my opinion.
Thank you so much for being with us, JR. For more of our YouTube links, check out the link below, and we'll see you next time.